Hello. Good evening. This is evening here in Kenya, East Africa. Welcome back to my channel. I don't know whether I am clear, but yeah, there's no time like now. As I promised, I'm going to teach about the tenses. I have so far I've talked about the simple present tense. I have talked about the present uh, simple. I've talked about the present continuous. I've talked about the present perfect tense. Yeah, so I'm going to talk about the I've also talked about the simple past. So I'm going to talk about the past continuous tense today. And as usual, you know that the past any time you see a continuous tense, you need to understand that the verb must always be in ing form. And apart from that, when we are talking about the past tense, you're going to see that these actions are ongoing in the past. They are continuing in the past, or were continuing in the past. We're going to study. I'm going to show you some few notes that I have prepared on the same, and you're going to see how easy this tense is. I think the tense that I have not talked about is present perfect continuous, but I'm going to select time and I'm going to do it perfectly so that all the tenses are covered. All my students or the English enthusiasts or those ones that would love the language will enjoy learning the language in the tenses form. Tense is the backbone of everything, so stick to the end and learn, and remember to comment on this video and ask any question where necessary. Apart from that, you can always like the video. Remember, the new viewers, you can always subscribe so that anytime I post this my videos in my channel, you'll always find it easy and also very fast, live and also raw, so that you can always learn very fast this language. Otherwise, I'm not going to take a lot of time here explaining myself, but you're going to see the few notes in the slides that I've prepared. You can make notes on your own. You can write them down for teaching, as you are a teacher of English. As a student, you can also update your notes. Maybe you have been taught by a teacher. That one can help you to, of course, understand the language. I will also, at the end of the video, I'm also going to give an exercise that will go hand in hand with the topic at hand today, so that you can see whether you have understood the lesson or not. Thank you very much. I want you to, all people viewing this video, I want all of you to subscribe to my channel, Nyabohanse Teacher. This is a beautiful channel where there is no prejudices, there is nothing, there is no negativity. I'm not sidelined to any team. I'm not in any team. I'm not supporting anyone. I'm not fighting anybody. It's just pure content. This is all about learning. Thank you very much. This is Nyabohanse village. This is Kenya, East Africa. As in our time here, it's around 5 in the evening. Thank you very much. Basically, we're going to learn understanding how we're going to use the past continuous tense, the structure, and also examples, so that in the end you'll get it right. What is past continuous tense? According to me, according to my notes, says it describes an action that was happening at a particular time in the past. An action that was happening at a particular time in the past. So happening, it means this action was ongoing at a particular time in the past. Yeah, not happened, happening. It means the verb must have ing to show that it is a continuous tense. For example, she was reading when I arrived. She was reading when I arrived. So if you look at the sentence, you'll see that the subject is she and there is was. So was goes hand in line with the subject. Reading is the verb, but the verb has ing, showing that this action of reading, this person was reading maybe a book when I arrived. Yeah, the structure of the past continuous tense is subject plus was or were plus the verb in ing. Subject we have learned when we talked about the subject verb agreement is the doer of an action, the one that performs the action. And then the verb is the action itself. We are going to use was or were depending on the subject. We're going to see that I, he, she, it, if they are these ones are subject, goes with the was. I was eating, he was eating, she was eating, it was eating. You, we, they goes with were. So these ones are subjects. I is a subject, he is a subject, he is a subject, it is a subject. You is a subject, we is a subject, they is also a subject. So you, we, they. These ones go with were, and these ones in the second one they go with was. So you cannot say I were eating unless if you use if. It's when you would have said if I were eating. But if it is only the subject I, you say I was eating, he was eating, she was eating, it was eating. I'm just using eating as an example, but in all contexts, uh, I, he, she, and it goes with was. You, we, they goes with were. And then usage, we're going to see how this is used. The present, the past continuous tense is used to describe an action in progress at a specific time in the past. I think we have already defined the tense in the past to describe an action in progress at a specific time in the past, or you can say to describe an ongoing action at a specific time in the past. To describe two actions happening at the same time. Maybe when you want to use when. Yeah, examples of the sentences in the past continuous tense. I was studying at 8 p.m. So was has shown us that this sentence is in the past. But the verb studying having ing, it means this action was ongoing in the past and the action is studying. And the past is 8 p.m. Maybe right now is 10 p.m. And maybe somebody has asked you, what were you doing at 8 p.m.? You can respond by saying, I was studying at 8 p.m. So what are you saying? It means the action, you are still doing this action of studying. That's why it fits in the past continuous tense. They were watching TV when I came. So you can ask somebody, what were they doing when I came? The person can say they were watching TV when I came. Yeah. So it means the action of watching was ongoing in the past. The moment I came, they were still watching the TV. While we were eating, the phone rang. While we were eating, the phone rang. When we talked about that it can show two actions happening at the same time, when we talked about the usage of this past continuous tense, while we were eating, so we were eating, that is one action. Another action is the phone rang. So the phone rang while we were eating. If you begin this in a sentence, then you'll not have to write a comma. If you start with the phone rang while we were eating, you don't have to write a comma. But if you begin with while we were eating, you have to write a comma. Yeah, to separate the two sentences. While we were eating, the phone rang. This sentence qualifies to be the past continuous because of uh, the verb eating. It means this action, one action started before another one. So the action that was ongoing is eating. Yeah. How does these um, sentences are in question form? If you want to change them in question, maybe somebody says she was sleeping. So you can say, was she sleeping? So the structure is you begin with was or were, depending on the subject, plus the verb in ing. Anytime you see a tense in the continuous tense, whether it is present continuous, whether it is present perfect continuous, whether it is past continuous or past perfect continuous, or whether it is future continuous or future perfect continuous, all of the verbs, main verbs, must end in ing to qualify to be in the continuous tense or aspect. Yeah, so was she sleeping? So she is the subject and the verb that ends in ing is sleeping. It is sleep plus ing. Were they playing? So were goes with they. So automatically it is there because of the subject they. Were they playing? Maybe somebody would say, were they playing piano? Yeah. So that one qualifies it to be in that particular tense. Very well. So that is the question form. So sometimes you can be given a sentence and then in an exam situation you're told to change into a question. Remember the structure and how you can change. Remember the verb in ing form. It must remain. Thank you. And then the negative form. Mostly sentences form negatives when we add not, though we have other adverbs of negation that show negativity in a sentence. For example, scarcely, hardly, and even seldom. All of them show negativity, but in most cases, we add not to show the negative sentences. So here in the negative form, still in the past continuous tense, the structure is subject plus was or were. So the subject will dictate whether you're going to use was or were, plus not to show negativity, plus the verb in ing, of course, because of the tense, past continuous tense. Okay, an example is here. I was not listening. I was not listening. So not has been inserted there to show that this is a negative sentence. I was not listening. If this sentence was an affirmative sentence or a positive sentence, we would have said, I was eating. I was listening. So still the sentence qualifies to be past continuous because of the structure that follows here. Subject I was plus listening. But if we insert not, then this sentence becomes negative. They were not working. They were not working. So it means these people were not working in the past. This person was not listening in the past. But if you use I, it means it is the person speaking that is saying, I was not listening. It means maybe somebody was speaking to me or I was having a lecture and I was not listening to somebody or something. Right? That is the negative form of the sentences. I hope you've understood what a negative sentence is and what a positive is or what an affirmative sentence is. Yeah, we are almost concluding the lesson. I don't want to be very long and boring so that students can understand the lesson clearly. Yeah, I've left you an exercise. A good teacher always leaves an exercise so that students can engage and see whether they have understood the lesson. Yeah, you fill in the blanks with the correct form of the verb in the past continuous tense. So the verbs in brackets are main verbs. We say they are infinitive verbs. They have not been inflected. So you have to read the sentence and write in its correct form so that it fits. So that means you have to follow the structure of the sentence.
Remember the structure in this tense. We have subject plus was or were, and then plus verb in ing. For example, the first sentence says, she dash a novel when I called her. So to answer this, you can say she. Yeah, for example, she dash a novel when I called her. So you can say she was reading a novel when I called her. Secondly, they dash football in the rain. The verb is play. So of course, if the subject is they, we would say they were playing football in the rain. Thank you very much. The other questions, you can try and respond to them in your own time. If you feel so wish, you can take a snap, or you can answer in my comments, or you can reach me in my number. My number is in my bio. You can communicate to me through WhatsApp. I'm very active there. Yeah, if you feel like you want to support the channel, the number is also there and everything is there. Thank you very much. uh that is the end of the lesson.
So that is all about the lesson today. The present continuous tense. Anticipate to learn about the present perfect tense. The past perfect tense. We have learned today about the past continuous tense. So anticipate to learn the past perfect tense. Anytime from now, I'm preparing that so that we can learn continuously. Thank you very much for watching Nyabohanse Teacher up to the end. If you have seen this video, or you've seen my face right now, it means that you've watched up to the end. So always I'm reminding you, my subscribers, thank you, my organic subscribers, those ones that always visit my channel, big up so much. Remember to comment, like, hit the notification bell so that anytime I post, you'll be the first person to see my videos. Always subscribe to my channel if you are new to this channel so that you can learn. Thank you very much. Bless up, big up.